So in this video we're going to look at schedules. So a schedule is a tabular display of information extracted from the properties of the element of the project. So a schedule can list every instance of a type of element that you are scheduling, or it can collapse multiple instances onto a single row based on the schedule's grouping criteria. So just to show you exactly what we mean by all that, so we're going to add a schedule to the drawing. So what we want to do is we're going to right click on the schedules and quantities in the project browser. So again, project browser should be on your left hand side. You'll see down here there's an option for schedules and quantities. So if we just right click, we're going to click on new schedule quantities, and then from the filter option we're just going to select the structures only. So see the filter list down here, we'll just make sure we only have we only have structural selected, and then we're going to go down and we want to select the structural foundations. So go down here, we've got our structural foundations, so just highlight it and then we're going to just click OK. So you should be met then with this dialog box popping up. So in the schedules property tab, what we're going to do is we're going to select the following using the green arrow. So type mark, so scroll down until you find type mark. So here's type mark, and then using the green arrow, we'll just bring it across. Go for width. Again, this is depending on what information you want to show in the schedule, you'll be selecting different versions of different options here. But for this one, we're just going to go for type mark width, and we're going to go to length. We'll just bring that across, and then foundation thickness. Useful information when it comes to foundations. So again, we should have them all up here in the schedules fields, and it came in order. Okay, once you have these done, we're just going to click OK. And you'll see our actual schedule is then generated. Again, you look at this, we have the type mark. So again, it's a pad foundation 1, and they're all the same. So it's all the same mark here. Then we've actually got a lot of information here in terms of the widths, the lengths, and the foundation thickness. Got a few other things here. These are kind of related more to the walls. When you made the model first of all, we put in a few structural walls, a few different things, but we've only actually tagged the pad foundations at the moment. So you might have a few extra ones down the bottom, but that's perfectly fine. We just haven't actually got around to, adding annotations to those yet. What we can do with this schedule, then we can see in the properties, in the project browser I should say, you'll see that if you click on the schedules quantity, if you click a little plus menu now, plus option, you see there's actually a few different things. There's a rebar schedule there already in mine, but the one that's highlighted here is our structural foundation schedule. So what we can do is this is a nice little table, and this is usually in a structural drawing you might have this attached again. So we want to include all the information on the drawing. So what we can do, we can actually add it to one of the sheets that we put together in one of the previous videos. So what we can do is we're going to click on we click on the top of foundation, because that makes sense. It's the sheet we put together earlier on. So we have our foundation here, and what we can do is, much like when we were dragging the views onto this sheet, if we click on the structural foundation schedule, click on it with the mouse and just drag it across here onto the screen. Just release it, and you'll see our schedule then appears. We can control it and then put it somewhere suitable. Again, if your computer's a bit slow like mine, it might be a bit jittery, but for the moment I'll just put it there. And you can see then now art has been added to our drawing. Again, you may have to kind of click in here just to move some stuff around. Actually, no, I'll just leave it for the moment. See, normally we don't want our schedule to be kind of blocked up by all this information here, so we'll have to kind of change that around a little bit, because again, you don't want anything covering up any information that we might need to show later on. So again, what we did earlier, we can just double click into the view. I want to just click on one of these grid lines. Again, I'll just drag the grid line across, and if you drag one of them across, they should all move. Computer's struggling this time. Okay, there we go. And what else do we want to do? I'll just zoom in here. See, we still have our dimensions here. We'll just bring these out a little bit so we don't lose them, and we have our little section tag here. So it's going to select that, again using the drag command. I'll just move it over here so it's not covering the schedule. Doesn't matter where you put it, somewhere out of the way. Okay, and then I'll zoom out. Let's double click to close the view, and you'll see it should all go from all to the same color black. And then we see we have our foundation plan. It's exactly what we want. We have our foundation tags like we just put in as well. And now we have our schedule here on the drawing as well. So again, all the information you need in terms of foundations are now included on the sheet. Hopefully yours looks like this. Hopefully your computer's going a bit faster than mine, so your actual foundations show up on the drawing, but yours should be there. Just my computer's going a little bit slow, but don't mind that. So that was a nice quick one. So that was actually just throwing together some information on just the schedules. Again, it's the same process, whatever schedules you can create. So it's basically selecting the data, producing the schedule, and then you can drag and drop it onto the sheet. So when these need to be sent out or sent to somebody, all the information will be there and ready to go. Okay, so the next video we're going to work on will be looking at we'll be bringing this on a little bit more we'll kind of look at editing project specific information, but we'll go into that in the next video. Okay, thank you.